Anubis, one of the most ancient deities of Egypt, was known in Greek as Anubis, a rendering of the Egyptian god Ampu or Empu. His name, in the sacred tongue of the ancients, signifies a royal child. Anubis was an ancient Egyptian god of the underworld, who guided and protected the spirits of the dead. He was represented by a jackal, or the figure of a man with the head of a jackal. The Egyptians noticed the jackals prowling around the graveyards, and so the link between the animal and the dead was formed in their minds. It was believed that Anubis was the one who invented the process of mummification. Anubis helped Isis bring her husband back to life again after Seth had killed him. He embalmed the body of the god, making sure that the body would never decay or rot. After the deceased had been placed into the tomb and sealed up, it was thought that Anubis would lead the deceased into the afterlife and guide them to the hall of Ma'at. It was here that Anubis watched over of the weighing of the heart and the judging of the deceased. He would then pass judgment on the deceased, and Thoth, the god of wisdom, would record the pronouncement. Anubis would protect the innocent from the jaws of goddess Ammit, the devourer of the dead, but would give the guilty to her to meet the final death. He was often depicted with the ebony head of a jackal, a symbol of his dominion. As the god of the dead, cemeteries, and embalming, Anubis held a revered place in the pantheon until he was supplanted by Osiris during the Middle Kingdom. Anubis bore many titles, reflecting his myriad roles: the Lord of the Sacred Land, the Protector of Tombs, the Guide of Souls, and the Wearer of Hearts. In his later role as the Conductor of Souls, Anubis was sometimes identified by the Greco-Roman world with the Greek Hermes and the composite deity Hermanubis. May this hymn serve as a balm for the aching hearts of those in anguish, and a gentle solace for those mourning the loss of a beloved.
To Anubis, whose work is the care of the dead, I offer my praise. O God of the graveyard, great God of the tomb, preserver of Osiris, protector of Horus the child, bearer of the scale, counter of hearts, balancer against the feather of Ma'at. You lead us into the duat, the life after life, in which we may dwell in peace and plenty, in which we may be reborn among those we have loved, our dearest ones in whose steps we hope to follow, to whose arms we hope to return. O guardian and guide of souls, O foremost of the Western gods, Anubis, who leads us into the necropolis, who carries us from world into world. Anubis, who opens that sacred way. Anubis, who is ancient of name and ancient of might. Speaker of spells and granter of breath, I honor you. O friend of the departed, I thank you for your many gifts. O friend of the departed, I thank you for your many gifts.